Welcome, welcome. Good morning. No guts, no story. Here I am on Saturday morning in a very quiet, empty house, coming to all of you with a very important message. So, drop in the comments if you have family around. Maybe some of you are out doing your shopping. Has anybody started shopping? Because, I don't have one present bought. Well, I did pick up an ornament on a couple trips because I always do ornaments for every kid throughout the year. But that was like an ornament I bought in Hawaii or in Germany or, haven't done any shopping. Have you guys done your shopping? Well, today is Black Friday weekend. It is Thanksgiving weekend. So many families are just gathering with their family to have lots of turkey or ham or whatever it is. One thing I never realized is how many people hate turkey. I was sitting at the table listening to people say, I don't like turkey, I like ham, or I like brisket or whatever. I never even knew that was a thing. Like, who doesn't like turkey gravy dressing and all the cranberry, right? Well, I hope you guys had an amazing weekend, or you're starting an amazing weekend. I want to give you guys some free gifts. Stay tuned till the very end. I have some really special gifts for you. And Dave and I were just thinking, what could we do to give back? It was a different holiday. It was a different Thanksgiving. Some of you, you're in a season where you're having to get used to a new tradition, right? And here's something that I have learned. Just write this down. Your expectations are always what create your disappointments. But your visualization, like what you want, wants you. So wherever we are right now in our life, a hard pill to swallow is we co-created this amazing vision that's awesome, or this incredible nightmare that we're in. And for me, that took a lot of self-development to realize that I am the one in charge of my future. So today, good morning. Hi, Daisy. Hello, Leah. So what I would love for you guys to do, I want you to think of someone in your life that has made huge impact. And I want you to do me a quick favor right now. And I want you to put the @ in the comments. And I want you to put their name and say, thank you for the impact you have made in my life. Like, let's just start this Thanksgiving weekend with so much gratitude for the people who believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves. I want you to show up and be that person for someone that was there for you when you needed that person. And I can go all the way back to when I was 12. I think of Cheryl Danielson, my first boss at a beauty shop. I can go to when I was 16. I think of the guy that was running the Russell Recreation Commission that let me start my dance school in the basement of the city building. I think of when I was 18 and I was graduating high school, and my dad had left my mom, and I had this accounting teacher, Mrs. Stahl, that was there for me every day just to listen. Then I could fast forward to when I'm 21, right? And Dave and I are living in Cody, Wyoming. It was Thanksgiving. I was looking for the pictures this weekend, you guys, because in 1993, I was at the food pantry with a very picky eating husband. We were literally doing a nighttime job where you took the fire hose and sprayed water on the ice skating rink, and it froze in the air before it ever even hit the ground. And what you had to do was try to spread the water out in Cody, Wyoming to make the ice skating rink, when the water would freeze before it got from the fire hose to the tennis courts that they made into an ice skating rink. Dave had a broken leg. Imagine this. He's in a cast. We're driving my mom's car. The thermostat is out in it. There's no heater. It's 20 below zero. We have no food. We have no money. We're living in a little 2-bedroom cabin that has zero insulation. We're sleeping next to a wood-burning stove, talking about getting married. And we have no money to even feed ourselves, let alone get married and have kids. That was Dave and I 31 years ago this Thanksgiving. His dad came to Thanksgiving on Thursday, and we were laughing about the fact that they drove 1,000 miles with a frozen turkey and the groceries for Dave and I just to cook Thanksgiving together in Cody, Wyoming. Now, things today look a whole lot different than 1993. And I want to ask you guys, what was the decisive moment? What was what changed for me that completely changed the trajectory of my entire life? And some of you, you're in that chapter. No food, no money, no rent, no hope, no opportunity, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset. And what I want to help you do today is start with an attitude of gratitude. So let's start the day by tagging someone that you're so grateful for. And I'm going to do some giveaways. If you tag someone right now, or you share this and you put the person's name that you're grateful for, what it does, it's like a ripple effect. So we start with gratitude. Even if we have nothing, we say, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so thankful for you. I am so blessed to have whatever it is. And when you start with gratitude, just giving thanks, what happens is this ripple effect starts to happen, and you create abundance instead of scarcity. So a person who is not grateful, opportunity will never show up for them, ever. If it does, they will miss it. So if you're not grateful for something, opportunity will not show up for you. Now, when you're grateful, what happens is your relationship with yourself says, I value this. I'm grateful for this. I love this. I'm so fortunate to have this. And when you start that conversation, it opens up the floodgates for God to bless your life, bless your business, bless your relationship. But so many people want to keep complaining and draining. My friend Marina says, I'm a fountain, not a drain. And I want to ask you, think of the people that you've been around this week, even family members. Are they a fountain or are they a drain? Before we went to Thanksgiving at my mom's side of the family, which it's everybody's family because we invite everybody. There was like 9 different families there. And all their siblings and their in-laws. And like, it's just an open table, right? But I told Dave on the way there, I said, I have to practice the art of allowing, because I am about to step into an environment with a lot of people that might not be like me. And my biggest fear is that someone was going to start talking negative at the table while I was there. And I was going to have to politely say, I'm going to remove myself from this conversation. Let's pray about them instead of talking about them. And it never happened, because I put it into the universe that like, we don't tear down, we build up. We create opportunity. Don't focus on a problem. We create solutions, not challenges. And this attitude of gratitude and your mindset is what creates so much opportunity to flow to you. Now, I want to ask you a really serious question. You are in charge. Do you have opportunity right now? Do you have blessings flowing to you right now? Do you have everything that you need to co-create the life of your dreams? Or are you stuck? Because if you're stuck because your mindset says a lack of, not an abundance of. So it's just a shift. It's just a paradigm shift that I'm going to help you all have. And I want to give you some free things today. So Dave has a book, normally $19.95. It's $10 today. And free gift to you, every order. This isn't on the website, but I'm going to throw in this vintage 8-set CD, my voice recorded, reading to you for the ones of you that don't read books. I literally have 500 of these. Nobody has a CD player anymore, but someday this vintage CD set might be worth a lot. So free gift in every box. If you get Dave's book, The Thinking Chair, I want to tell you, he wrote this book in 2006 or 7. He was going through a lot of grief, lost his only brother to suicide. He was going through a lot of pain. We had built a company as young kids in our 20s to over $1 million in sales, 40, 50,000 a month. That company sold to an NFL player. Crazy as it might seem. We thought we died and went to heaven, right? We were like, oh my gosh, we're going to the Super Bowl. It was 2001. We were at that Super Bowl. We were with all the famous people. We were in the elevator with the halftime show performers. It was 9/11. I will never forget it. Barry Manilow was there. Some of you guys remember that. It was an iconic year of so much trauma and pain. And we were making more money than we had ever made. And the next thing I knew, we lost everything. Our income was gone. A few simple decisions of people in charge. And Dave and I went from here we are, we have arrived. We're hanging out with famous people making more money than we ever made to, oh my gosh, we're going to have to go back to the food pantry. And we knew what we didn't want and we knew what we wanted. So we focused on what we want, not on what we don't want. Write that down. Focus on what I want, not on what I don't want. So if you get the book today, you're going to get 21 days of free coaching with Dave Pitcock. I don't know why I have a light going right through the middle of my head. It's like, beam me up here. You're going to get 21 days of Dave emailing you every day, like a wart that won't go away. It's going to be like, hello, here's Dave, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. It's going to go for 21 days. Now, in those 21 days, you are going to find a transformation happening in your life that maybe you've never had before. And maybe you need to have that transformation, because sometimes we need a coach that tells us what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. And Dave is really, really good at that. Like, I live with this man. And when he wrote this book, he was in need of so much healing. He was in need of so much hope. He had a mentor that helped him. It was called brain mapping, mind mapping. So basically, you take the ruts that are in your brain from depression and grief and trauma and bankruptcy and abuse and alcoholism and parents divorcing and quitting college and regrets. And I could have been a professional baseball player, but I decided to be a bull rider. And now my leg is broken and my brother is gone and my business is crumbling and my finances are a mess. And I have 3 babies that need fed and they're all crying and fighting all day. And I have creditors at the door and wolves calling. And you guys, it was a bad chapter, but Dave rewrote the narrative. And this book you could read on an airplane ride. You could read it in an hour. It is a great stocking stuffer. It is great for a college kid. I don't talk about it enough because I just take for granted that I live with him. But it's programming your mind for success and happiness. And literally, you can buy it for what it costs us to print it today only at pitcockmarketing.com. Now, when you buy the book, you're going to get a free download of Old School. This is not my new onboarding with the new company that I have that is exploding because of so many incredible leaders. Let's go back to the basics, right? Let's go back to the basics of business. So you can download it for free. And the very first thing it's going to tell you to do, it's going to tell you, let's co-create the life of your dreams. And if you won't do this, give it up. It's never going to happen for you. Because what we don't do, success isn't going to attack you. And every person in the world, no matter what company you're in, no matter whether I was building Simple Pure Aromatherapy, whether it was VO Essential Oils, whether it was our DB Destinations Airbnb business, whether it was Positive Reflections Med Spa, whether it was Kansas Christmas Wonderland. Kansas Christmas Wonderland was the #1 biggest Christmas store in the state of Kansas. We were on the news with 800 people a night coming in the door. Last night I was with my sister. She's the only one of us 5 that's still doing it. And she's like, man, I don't know how long I can keep doing this, right? Chapters of your life change. Dreams change. People change. Environments change. Sometimes you're going to figure out, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. You're not a tree. You can move, as Jim Rohn says, right? Like, you're not a tree. You're not stuck. I want you to think to yourself, if I could have and be and do anything I dreamed of, anything in 2025, what would I do? Now, a champion is still practicing even when the coach isn't watching. Someone that has a magnificent obsession is still grinding even when it's Thanksgiving. I mean, yesterday, I was like, Kelly, are you going to watch the Chiefs? And she's like, Mom, I have to get these emails out for tomorrow morning, Saturday morning call, because the company is going to make a huge announcement. Like, I can't watch the Chiefs until I get all my emails out. No, I can't watch the Chiefs until I get all of these tickets done. Like, what happens when you're a champion, people say, why do you want to grind so hard, Barb? Why do you want to work so hard? It's Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. Well, if I valued, I think I'm going to sleep half the day and binge, I'm never going to be the best. And that's what you got to ask yourself. Do you have a dream that says, I'm going to be the best. If you want to be the best, what do you want to be the best at? Now, you don't have to do what I do to be successful. You need to dig deep down and say, what is in alignment with me that I can do today that would change my situation? Prime example, I have a niece that's 16 years old. She likes nice things. She likes nice clothes. She likes things that she buys so she doesn't have to share with her sisters, right? Well, she still shares with her sisters. But the other day, I saw a Facebook post, Maddie Weger. It said, I'm cooking rolls. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. I got to find these rolls. Where are they? These are precious. I'm going to show them to you. Let me get my props. How many of you bought dinner rolls for Thanksgiving? Now, how many of you are like, I'm busting like a can of biscuits right now? When you buy biscuits, how much are biscuits? Somebody drop in the comments, how much are biscuits? I can buy biscuits for $3. They're flaky, they're buttery. I think they're $3. Maybe they're $6 now since 2024, everything doubled, but they're not going to be a lot, right? How much are biscuits? Somebody drop in the comments. Now, the biscuits might be $3. I can buy King's Hawaiian bread. It's probably going to be more like $5 or $6. So bread is everywhere, right? But my little niece has a dream and she wants to make money. And she says, what are my talents? See, every day we wake up, we have time and we have talents. And what we do with them creates the treasure. Time, talents, and treasure. Some of you are just stuck. You have all the time in the world. You have plenty of talents. You're not going for the treasure. So I see this post that says, Maddie Weger will be making dinner rolls for Thanksgiving. If you want a dozen dinner rolls, $14. And my first thought was, damn, Maddie, $14 for a dozen dinner rolls? And then I was like, I'm buying them. And I clicked on it and I said, I'll take a dozen dinner rolls. Now I want you guys to think about this. A 16-year-old, she rolled up these dinner rolls. I haven't even ate them yet. We had tons of dinner rolls, but you know what? I paid $14 for 12 dinner rolls. Why do you think? Wait a second. I just realized. Yeah, there's only 12. They're delicious. They're flaky. You want to know why I paid it? You want to know why I paid the value? Because Maddie Weger knows her worth. If I'm making the dinner roll, you're paying $14. I get to Thanksgiving, everybody got a tray of dinner rolls. And everybody took home a tray of dinner rolls because she knew her worth and she found something she loved to do. And she said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make these dinner rolls. I'm going to charge $14. If people won't pay $14, they're not getting my dinner rolls. And guess what? She made $400 or $500 that day making rolls. Yet I know people that are 55 years old, literally my age, saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. Literally don't know what I'm going to do. Not going to be a very good Christmas. Not going to be able to pay for Christmas. Not going to be able to go see the kids this year. Definitely aren't going to be any presents under my tree. Now, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but guys, I've been at the food pantry. 1993, I was at the food pantry. We didn't have 2 dimes to roll together. And here's the thing. I was cutting hair in Cody, Wyoming, where nobody even left their house. It was negative 32. Your ass would freeze if the air hit it. You had to take your battery out of the car and put it by the fire. If any of you have ever lived in Cody, Wyoming, you know what I'm talking about. That year, everybody got Christmas. Everybody got gifts. We had an amazing year. We were grateful. We had nothing. I still have the things that Dave made by hand. They were the most precious gifts we ever gave our moms. Calendars, wooden cutting boards. You know what I got, Dave? I got him a free freaking bunny off Tradio. Bunnies were free. I was like, I'm going to get him a bunny. We're going to have a pet bunny. I'm going to make a litter box. We still laugh about Mr. B. I got him a gift because I created a way that it could be an opportunity, not a problem. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Where is your mindset? Or is your mindset, let's make money? Or is your mindset, I'm so broke. Oh my God, the times are so bad. We got the wrong president. We got the wrong economy. We got the wrong government. Everybody in my town sucks. Nobody will buy my product. Nobody will sign up. No, they won't. Who would want to join you? The problem is our energy. When I wake up and I say, I'm grateful, I have the most amazing leaders. I have the most amazing opportunity. I have the most amazing product. I have the most amazing future. I, of all people, could be licking my wounds saying, I have invested so much. I used to have so much in savings. I used to have so much in real estate. I used to have all my kids home on the holidays. I used to have everyone healthy. And I had my mother-in-law here, and it was so special. Like it was, guys. It sucks when you're going through the chapter of grief or problem or no money or sickness or cancer or addiction or bankruptcy or separation, divorce, getting fired, losing your income. These are real things people are going through. And the holidays only amplify it. But when you wake up and you say, I'm in charge, okay, I am in charge. I am constantly someone that is bringing the heat, or I am constantly someone that is dragging everyone down in my life. Which one do you want to be? You want to be bringing it, or you want to be dragging everybody down? So when you have Thanksgiving in your heart, Christmas is every other day. You're sending gifts, you're sending love, you're co-creating, you're getting abundance, everything flows to you. And I am militant with my time and energy. Like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, don't you dare mess up my plan. Don't you dare suck the life out of me. I have to create positive habits. And like I said earlier, the champion is running the ball, doing the squats, practicing the basics, even when the coach isn't watching. I don't care if you go through my phone, if you come sit in a corner and spy on me with your little spy cam, you're going to see me putting in the work, putting in the work, putting in the work, putting in the work. What I put in my body, what I put in my brain, what I write down on paper, what I think about. When I'm not busy, I'm on Zillow dreaming. I'm on Pinterest making the dream board. I'm co-creating. Where is my company going to be 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now? You've got to be the difference maker, because success is not going to come down out of the sky and attack anyone. But 2025 will be the best year I've ever had. And I don't care what anyone else does. A lot of people going to be messed up. A lot of people going to be in the wrong environment. A lot of people going to stay still complaining, still broke, still mad, still sad, still think it's the wrong government, still think it's the wrong economy, still their little town of small-minded, miserable people. Oh my gosh, the excuses, guys. If you came to my town, you would feel like sunshine. Like when you left, the whole place would brighten up. There's not a lot of opportunity around here. There's a lot of naysayers. There's a lot of dream stealers. There's a lot of jealous, hateful, miserable people. And guess what? Misery loves company. I just don't get around it. My environment is my future. Your environment is your future. Your conversations, what you watch on TV, what you read, what you think, what you speak. And I am trying to scream from the mountaintops. I can give you so much opportunity. I can give you so much opportunity, but I can't make you something that you're not. I can't make you successful. I can't make you rich. I can't make you happy. I can't make you skinny. I can't make you loving. I can't make you healthy. You have to do the work. So the reason why we decided to do Dave's book is because most people won't read. Most people won't do. Even if they do read, they won't do. And to know what not to do is not to know. Some of you have read every book there is on personal development, and you've joined every health company there is. You're still looking for the right fit. You're still waiting for God to tell you what you should do. Oh my God, when I see people write, God told me, I just brace myself like, oh my gosh, what's coming next? Here's the thing. God will tell you what to do. He will. You've got to listen, make a commitment to something, and quit looking for your circumstances to be easier, things to be different. Like there's always going to be challenge. I have more challenge in my life right now than I've ever had in my life. And guess what? I'm doing more, to be more, to grow more, to give more, to make more impact than I've ever made. Here's the thing. Grant Cardone can't reach some people because people can't relate to him. Les Brown can't reach some people because people can't relate to him. Tony Robbins can't reach some people because some people can't relate to him. That's why God let me go through so many things. So I could reach the right people that would say, dang, I can relate to her. And here's the moral of that story. God let you go through a lot of things. A lot of things. You're going through them right now. And he let you go through them because all of these people that you're supposed to impact couldn't relate to Barb Pitcock. They're waiting on your story. And you're in the thick of it. And you're over here, poor little old me, I'm going to have a terrible Christmas and a terrible life and a terrible relationship and a terrible bank account. Nothing good ever happens to me. You need to remove yourself from that negative thinking. And you need to say, today is the day I'm creating opportunity. And there's never been a better day for you to create opportunity. When I think about those 8 steps that Dave and I followed since 1995, the very first step was define your dream, get a burning desire for its achievement. So one day I was like, you know what? I bet if I make a planner, everybody will do this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the planner. So then I make it. My goals for the quarter. What do I want to do in the next 90 days? And in here, my goals for the quarter literally said 2 million in sales by December 31st, 2024. Now, you guys, sometimes you're going to hit your goals. Sometimes you're not going to hit your goals. But you can't stop shooting. You got to at least write them down. Create a mastermind, I said, with goals and have great speakers and training in an inner circle to help develop people. Oh my gosh, we crushed that. Have a doctor that could literally help educate people about their frequency and how frequency and what vibration is affecting their body has everything to do with their mind, their body, their bank account. Crushed that. Create a podcast and publish books with all the leaders that I helped develop in the field. Crushing that. The number one thing was take a trip with Dave. Not crushing that. Guess why, guys? Because every day I wake up, my priority is constantly Dave and I thinking about all of you. There is no break over here. Every day I'm like, how do I create opportunity? You know what? There might be a lot of people taking romantic trips with their husband right now. They probably don't want to be the best company in the world. They're probably not trying to beat all the competition. They're probably not trying to make more impact on more people than anyone ever has with health, nutrition, frequency on nutrition, and something I never talk about. This is the most important thing and I never talk about, but this is my story. I want to help the bankrupt beautician who has babies they need to feed, who's been at the food pantry, who doesn't have any idea how they're going to pay their credit card bill, let alone their mortgage, food, water, dog food, and put some money in the plate at church. Can I just get an amen for all the people that don't even know how they're going to feed themselves, let alone tithe? Because that was me. I see Alicia say, my husband is shoveling snow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I see so many people saying all the things that they are doing extra. Here's what I want to ask you. What do you want to be the best at? And maybe today you don't even know what you want to be the best at. I used to think I wanted to be the greatest speaker. I just love to help people. What I really want to be is the person that helps more people make more money than they've ever made in their life. However, in my industry, I can't say that or I'll get in trouble. So what I really want to do is help more people achieve their goals and dreams, live a life of financial freedom with more money than they could ever spend, giving away more than they used to make. And I want to do that in 2025. Now, how am I going to do that? Some of you have money that you have hoarded up in savings for someday in case you get sick. Your money's not making you any money. You're afraid to bet on yourself. You've never said, I'm going to invest in myself. It's tax deductible. It's all tax deductible. It's education. It's new business startup, right? How many of you would If you had $500 in savings, it's making you maybe $150 if you let it sit there all year, probably charging you $10 a month for the account. So you're negative 30 at the end. I don't know. I'm not good at math, but I don't have my money sitting in a savings account. I'll tell you that. That's for a whole different training. I'm going to invest my money somewhere I can see it grow. I'll give you 3 ways your liabilities that are sitting could become an asset. How many cars do you have? Drop in the comments. How many cars do you have? Anybody got 2 cars? Anybody got 3 cars? How many do you drive? Drop in the comments how many cars you have. Download an app called Turo during the holidays and put your car on Turo when you ain't driving it. I'll guarantee you can Uber where you need to go and make more money renting 1 car in a weekend than your payment is. My kids paid for several cars that way. Okay, if you're not driving your car and you're home for the day and you put it on Turo and somebody comes and borrows it, $100 bills flow in your account. You just got to get creative. How many of you have an extra basement or an area of your house, an attic, a garage you could turn into an apartment, something? There are so many people in Arizona when I go there to visit and I want to find a place to stay. Guest room, garage apartment. It's like $300 to sleep in a room somebody has extra. When my kids would leave town and come home for Christmas, they would literally put their house on Airbnb. All the toys went in one room. All the clothes went in one room. They put a little lock on it. $3,000, $4,000, right? Now, I'm not telling you to get into renting cars or Airbnb instead of doing what I do. But I will tell you, I know the greatest way in the world for the average person to make more money than they ever dreamt possible, morally, ethically, and it costs less. But I cannot turn a frog into a prince, no matter how hard I try. I cannot make a pig sing. Even if I try to make a pig sing, the pig is still a pig, right? But you're not a pig and you're not a frog. Like, you are a human being, a goal, dream-driven machine. So what happened to you that you would get to this point that you wouldn't be waking up, dreaming, grinding, crushing it, moving, grooving, helping people, making impact, watching your bank account go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching? What happened is somebody got in your head. And that's why I like The Thinking Cure, because that book helps you sort out, is that really true? Is that belief really true? Who put that jelly in the donut? Because sometimes you go to the donut counter, there's some old donuts sitting there with some old jelly in them, and they're looking a little wilty, and the jelly's kind of rolling out of it, and you're like, ugh, that's an old jelly donut. How do you get new jelly in the donut? So this is fresh. What you put in is going to come out. Now, I will tell you, if you came to me and you had nothing, you could get to a credit card that had 1,000 on it. You could sell your washer and dryer and come up with $1,000. I helped people do that in 1996. And you know what's different about me today than 1996? In 1996, when I was following those 8 steps, step number 2 was make a commitment. And that meant do whatever you got to do. I didn't worry if someone said, well, I could sell my washer and dryer and my TV. I was like, do it. Let's go. We're going to make this happen. I was so hungry. I was hungry. And I want to ask you something that's serious right now. How hungry are you? Because I know people that are sitting in a house with 3 TVs, 2 cars, extra things they don't even need, complaining that they don't have enough. They could go do a buy, sell, trade post on Marketplace on Facebook and make more than their monthly income just with stuff they don't need. But it's easier to sit and complain. It would be better for you to go donate the stuff you don't need, get something from the thrift store that you could use on your tax deduction, than sit there with all the things that are bogging you down, making you feel overwhelmed. speaking to the choir right here, guys. I've been everywhere that you are right now. There are some things I've never experienced, thank God. But I've been with people that have experienced them, and I've watched them come through the struggle to be more, to do more, to have more, and to use their story in alignment. If Maddie Weger can make 12 rolls in an hour, she can do this 10 times, and she can find a way to make 140 an hour, and she's 16. Surely to God, I could help you make 140 an hour. And I do that a lot with a lot of people. But maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're too busy. Maybe you don't have enough money. You probably can't afford it. You probably are too busy. Maybe I don't understand what you're going through. Maybe that is true. But what if I did? What if I told you today, I could take away the part that you would have to pay to get started in a business? I could say, okay, I'm going to help you with it. It's going to be free. And what if I could show you a way that you could literally make a post on your Facebook before you even got anything from me in the mail, and you could start to get money coming to your Stripe, to your PayPal, to your Venmo? Like, if we could do that, would you be interested? Okay, so let's get this straight. You could make a post before anything even came to you from me. You could have people start to send you money before it even arrived at your door, so we could get money coming in before you were so worried about a credit card bill or something. Would you at least want to know about that? What if I could help you make $10,000 a month, morally and ethically, and I could show you at least 5 people today that I know have already made that this month? Would you at least want to know about it? And I'm not pitching any business here. I'm not trying to sell you on a kit. I'm just asking you, would you at least want to know about it? And if you're watching this and the answer is yes, then just type yes. And I'll have somebody get you something that shares with you exactly what you could do. Now, there's a lot of things that you could do. My son, Chance, was a D1 football player at Kansas State University. And he went through a really dark chapter. And I was struggling with a pulmonary lung disease. They said I had 4 years to live. I probably wouldn't be there when he was a senior. True story. Why I love essential oils every day on my neck, on my chest. It's a thing. Like, did my lungs completely go back to normal? Absolutely not. I have to really take care of myself. But that was a dark chapter. And it was the same year we lost our entire income to a company that made really bad decisions. So I went from being $1 million a year to being like, post-date mama check and make sure college tuition is paid for and hustle anything I could do to try and survive. Wasn't that long ago, guys, when Chance was in college. Wasn't that long ago. I've had to start over 2 or 3 times. Why I'm not starting over again, why I made the decision that I made a year ago in this kitchen to start a company that I knew would have the right culture, the right integrity, the right authenticity, the right business plan, 0 investors, 0 debt. Like, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, learned the lesson. But watching my kids watch me struggle, that's a whole nother thing. So Chance left K-State and he went through a really dark 2 years. That year, he didn't even come upstairs for Easter. He didn't want to see people. He was ashamed. He had regret. He had went through a breakup, quit college, left his football career. I mean, he had the highest pro agility. He was playing with Byron Pringle and Tyler Lockett, who went to the Seahawks, and Pringle went to the Chiefs. And you know what, guys? Sometimes you're going to blame yourself or hate yourself for decisions that you make. And Chance had a lot of dark thoughts that year. And that year in my basement, we talked about this generational curse of depression and suicide and changing the way you think. And he read the book, The Thinking Cure, right? He had his dad encouraging him every single day. And he made lemonade out of lemons. He said, I'm going to make a shirt with a drawing of a tattoo I want to get. about Uncle Scott. And in our basement, he created Scott Allen Project. And he hasn't posted it for a couple of years. I mean, we've been busy with Frequence and the stores and everything else. But on Black Friday, he was like, you know what? I'm going to bring back that vintage SAP hoodie. Everyone in our town, every college kid, everyone that knew the story, like it was keep going, never give up, forgive. It was all these positive things. And we took all the money from those clothes and we brought Kevin Hines, who jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge to take his life. We brought him to Kansas State University. We brought him to Fort Hays University. And you can order the book. Sorry, guys, everybody's asking, where do I order the book? pitcockmarketing.com. I'll drop the link right in here. So here's the thing. Yesterday, when Chance and I were talking about this, he said, Mom, had I never went through that, I never would have created that. And it changed so many people's lives. So I want to ask you a really strong question. You guys can get Dave's book, 21 Days of Free Coaching from him. You can get my book. I'm going to throw the free CDs in every box. I need to get a new book, right? That book ended in 2001. It's time for a new book. That's old news. That's back to the basics, but the basics don't change. Your dreams might change. Your business opportunity might change, but people can change, but what we all want is the same thing. Do you know what everybody wants? They want to feel loved. They want to be celebrated. They want to be able to trust. They want some security in their future. They want something they can believe in. They want to be a part of something, a culture where they feel loved and celebrated and valued. And no matter how hard you dance, not everybody's going to clap. Sometimes you guys will post and post and post and nobody will buy your product. People are going to come into your life and people are going to go. It's ebb and flow. It's ebb and flow. What I started this broadcast with was just be grateful. Don't be hateful. You get better. Don't get bitter. You take your story and you say, like Chance did in a dark basement, what could I do to bring value to help someone that's hurting like I am? And all of a sudden, ScottAllenProject.com blew up. And we touched so many college kids' lives. So many college kids' lives. So a year ago, in the midst of my pain, we found purpose. In this hurting family kitchen, we said, what if we could make some minerals that some people might want? What if we could tune a straw to help people to rise and vibe with us? What if we could take some mushrooms, 7 of them, not just 4. Joe Rogan's got great mushrooms. There's a coffee out there that's got great mushrooms. There's 3, there's 4, whatever. No, we didn't do 3 or 4. And we didn't just do mushrooms. We did 7. And we did methylated B because we did have struggles with sadness. We did have brain fog. We did have a lot of addiction and recovery in our family. We did have loss of loved ones to suicide. We said, let's make impact. And you guys, I went from like being sad and mad and broken and scared. And what am I going to do with my life? And I got in a business partnership that was toxic. And here I am 50 and blah, 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 blah. And we were like, let's freaking go. There is no better time than now. And let's put a business model behind it where we can pay people on the real freaking dollar. People will lose their minds. Let's be better than every other company out there. Let's be authentic. Let's don't hype. What if we just told the truth? What if we took our best-selling CBD product and we put frequency on it and we made it half of what the competition was selling theirs for, and ours was frequency-tuned relief? What if we took these mushrooms, put them in a bottle, and tuned the lid with 11 harmonic frequencies? That would be different. See, you got to be different. That wouldn't be on Amazon. Nobody else would be saying, we got the latest, greatest. Oh my gosh. You guys, everybody in the world has mushrooms, peptides, GLP-1, weight loss, skincare. Oh my gosh, remove my wrinkles, fix my belly, lower this, lower that. We had to do something different. We had to do something different because you can't beat Temu, Amazon and Shein right now, right? We had to do something so different that it would shock the world. And we had to be authentic with our story while my daughter was literally recovering from an overdose on fentanyl. True shit. Like, I am sorry I just cussed. Nobody could make this up. And everybody that knew us knew it. We buried Dave's mom. We were barely able to beat ourselves out of a wet paper bag. We got a call that my daughter was barely alive in an ambulance. And Dave and I were like, that's it, God. We almost said, we give up. And then we were like, we are not giving up. We started listening to this heavy metal song. And I don't listen to heavy metal, but it was like, are you ready for the comeback? And I remember the words to it said, I'm going to rise like an ember from the ashes. And I would literally go from listening to George W. Smith and Mercy Me to like screaming, are you ready for the comeback? And I would pray out loud. Sometimes I couldn't even pray, guys. I would just turn on praise and worship because if I knew the words, it was the only way I knew to pray. And I got on my knees and I said, Lord, show me the right people. Lord, show me the right opportunity. Like, let me be a light. And I don't care who follows. And I don't care who quits, and I don't care who hates. And guess what, guys? Some of the people that followed quit. Some of the people that I thought were my friends hated and tried to tear down the very thing that I was building, rising like an ember from the ashes. Guess what? You can't ever put out a flame that God puts in somebody. And I ain't quitting anytime soon. 2025 is going to be the best year ever in direct sales. 2025 is going to be my best year ever developing leaders and people. 2025, we are going to give away more money than we ever made. 2025, we're going to open centers. We're going to fill stadiums. We're going to have our kickoff in February. And it all happened because I went through so much pressure. I went through so much pain. I went through so much character building years. And I'm telling you guys, if you're in a character building year right now, I want you to pick your little butt up off the ground. And I want you to say, I'm going to invest in me. I'm going to get a business for me. I'm going to get a website for me. I'm going to get a done for you funnel just for me. I'm going to run ads for me. I'm going to share a story about me because someone needs to hear my story. Say that. Someone needs to hear my story because they can't relate to Barb. And you got to go. You got to get up and freaking go. I am so grateful for every single person that follows me every week. But to know and not to do is not to know. And I get so tired of watching y'all struggle. There is no reason to struggle. You could be getting automatic deposits every single day. You can start a business today. We can plug you into mentoring. You can get free coaching. You can get done for you funnels. You can get products that are nowhere else. You can write your own book. You can create your downloadable free gift. Like, you can do it. The only thing that's missing is you. You got to value yourself enough to say, and I'm going to tell you something that's going to hurt your feelings. Pick one freaking thing and do it. Nobody's going to shoot one rabbit. Never going to shoot one rabbit if they have 6 all in the sights and they're trying to do them all. You ever watch a juggler trying to juggle everything? I'll tell you the truth. Yesterday, I have 2 retail stores. It was Black Friday. I woke up this morning and realized I didn't even post the buy 2, get 1 free special on my retail store on a Black Friday. You want to know why? Because I have definiteness of purpose. I built those businesses before. They're great businesses, but I'm so focused on the task at hand. I didn't even post the free Black Friday special until last night at 10 o'clock on our book site because I'm so focused on frequency. You have to find one thing, definiteness of purpose. Focus in like a laser beam. Let's go make more money than you've ever made in your life in 2025. Let's pay off the debts. Let's get rid of the credit cards. Let's burn the mortgage. Let's get you in the car you want. Move into your dream home. Let's do that. First step in the planner. 50 things I would like to accomplish in this lifetime. And the secret, guys, every day, no matter whether I hit my goal or not, I answer these questions. They're right in the book. My gratitude for today is, my top 3 things I accomplished today are, What I need to do tomorrow is I have to follow up with that. The projects I am on are the people I am waiting on, things I could delegate. I'm not good at everything. I have to have an army. So do you. Things I accomplished today. End on a positive note, no matter how bad your day is. And the things you have to move to tomorrow will always be there tomorrow. But I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, it's not the money that you make, it's the person you become. And what you have to ask yourself is, how did I grow? How did I grow? There's a planner. It's 33% off. There's a book, and there's a free download on pitcockmarketing.com. That's the productivity planner. I'm working right now with one of our diamonds to develop a new one for our company that has everything to do with our company, but that one's completely generic. It wouldn't matter if you were a realtor, selling cars, a preacher, a teacher, a fitness trainer. It doesn't matter. It's very generic. But you guys, the reality is you got to do something. And if you don't know what to do, drop in the comments. I need help. I'll get somebody to reach out to you and help you get started today. You can have and be and do anything you dream of. You just have to believe that. And the problem is most of you don't believe enough in yourself to take the money out of your savings and invest even a little bit in you to start a business, to get whatever it is, to move from where you're at to where you want to be. So I love you guys. I hope you had an amazing Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for you. Hope I didn't hurt your feelings today, but I can't watch you suffer anymore. Get off the struggle bus. Let's make money. Quit making excuses, and let's create today a plan for you to have the best year in 2025 that you've ever had in your life. All you got to do is decide. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Love you. Happy Thanksgiving. Go grab the Black Friday special on pitcockmarketing.com and get with the person that shared this video with you. They can help you with the opportunity of a lifetime. Have a good day, everyone.